If you're planning a wedding with more love than money, you might want to watch this. Before we get started, my name is Kyra and I'm a certified wedding and event planner. If you're planning a wedding with a tight budget, things can seem very overwhelming at times. The only real solution to this problem is to cut costs wherever is necessary. Understand where you need to splurge and where you need to save. The first place that I honestly recommend cutting costs is your guest list. Your guest list is going to determine the size of your venue, the amount of food that you order, the amount of drinks that you order, and ultimately the amount of tables and decorations that you're going to need. My rule of thumb, if you haven't spoken to them in a year, they probably don't need to be there. Now, this is just me. Now you can start selecting your venue. If you've narrowed your guest list down to 50 people, then you don't need a venue that's going to hold 200 plus guests. Your wedding dress. I have an entire series on buying wedding dresses online that are actually affordable. And if purchasing wedding dresses online is not your forte, buying your wedding dress off season instead of on season, meaning in December rather than wedding season, typically is the best way to save on boutique gowns. Here's one that I know a lot of people are probably going to be surprised about. Real flowers instead of artificial. Hear me out. If you are buying realistic artificial flowers, they're typically going to run you the same, if not more, than real flowers. And here's a little tip. You can get very decently priced real flowers from Sam's Club and Costco for your wedding. These flowers include bouquets, centerpieces, boutonnieres, and more. Speaking of Sam's Club, did y'all know that y'all can get a wedding cake for $40? You can order this cake from Sam's Club and request that it's all white and it'll be absolutely perfect for your wedding. That being said, there's absolutely nothing wrong with serving sheet cake at your wedding. And who says that it has to be cake? Dessert bars are on the rise and for good reason. They're providing a much more affordable option for people with tighter budgets. You also have so much more to choose from than just cakes. Donuts, waffles, cupcakes, and more rather than the traditional wedding cake. Knowing what items to DIY and which items to get professional help with will ultimately save you money in the long run. I've seen clients that tried to DIY so much stuff in their wedding and it ended up not coming out right. They ended up wasting that money that they could have used just getting professional help. Save money on your venue by getting married at home. Now, if you don't have a backyard or a friend's backyard that you can use to have your perfect day, check to see if your state has local parks, community gardens that can give you a more affordable option. Don't want an outdoor event? Don't be afraid of your local community and rec centers. If you're working with a good planner, like me, they'll have no issue turning that blank canvas into a beautiful masterpiece. Finally, remember that this is your day. Understanding what's a necessity and what's not is crucial to planning a wedding with a tight budget. Trends come and go, but your love is forever. Keep that in mind when you're planning your wedding. Be sure to like if this was helpful for you.